Hey guys, Baltea's FR is finally upon us, and I know I'm a little bit late this time, sort of got caught up in work, but I've done 2 runs so far. The first here is going to be a no boss turn run featuring the usual Cid Highwind Blitz, done in 2 turns as usual. There is a slight adjustment to the usual Cid Highwind strategy that I use. So if you've watched my videos before featuring Cid Highwind, something you'll notice is that the party positioning is slightly different this time around. I actually have Lunafreya in party slot 2 and Cid Highwind in party slot 3. This is actually done on purpose because I actually only want Cid Highwind to have 2 turns of quick prayer instead of the usual 3 turns that he can get if Lunafreya buffs him while her BT aura is up. So right at the start, I actually had Lunafreya just use quick prayer on Cid Highwind, and thereafter, even after she used her BT plus, her awakening will only apply heavy prayer on Cid Highwind due to the adjusted party positioning. The main reason behind this is really only because the bosses are immune to debuffs on this stage. So this means that the usual debuff calls that I pack, such as the Seymour LD call, wouldn't really be very effective here. So instead I did some adjustment and I decided to actually use a Cyan LD call and to use it when there's 1 force time turn remaining. It's actually pretty straightforward to set this up, so you do just need the party order to start off with Lunafreya, followed by Iroha, followed by Cid Highwind. And during Lunafreya's turn rotation here, I'm just using up all her awakenings and using her BT plus when there's 1 awakening remaining. During Lunafreya's turn, I spend all her free turns using either her S2 or her EX, and that's mainly to try to push out damage. And then I use her S1 right before I use her awakening again. So in other words, when Lunafreya's quick prayer is up on herself, you want to use either S2 or EX. When quick prayer is out, then you want to use S1 to charge the force gauge. The other reason why I did the adjustment here is that you want to actually pop summon before the bosses hit 79% HP, because once they hit 79% HP, they will get a brave damage shield on themselves that's absolutely massive, and usually the way to get around that for this stage is to actually dispel that buff or steal that buff with Baltea. The good thing is that they won't buff themselves with the brave damage shield if you are inside burst or summon mode. So what this means for the usual Cid Highwind strategy is that you don't want to use Cid Highwind EX until you are inside summon, because any usage of his EX will likely bring the bosses down to 79% and trigger the brave damage shield. Hence the adjustment here, and hence why I only want to give Cid Highwind the 2 turn quick prayer instead of the 3 turn quick prayer. So I'm about to end Lunafreya's turn here, and I just use the Cyan base call just for a little bit of cheap damage. Coming to Iroha's turn, her turn is pretty straightforward. What I'm doing is 3 times LD, followed by the Cait LD call, followed by her FR. While she's going through, quick mention about the buffs that the bosses get. At each 20% of their force gauge, they will buff themselves with a framed buff that lasts for 8 turns. The good thing is that the 20% and 40% buff that they grant themselves are pretty harmless in a no boss turn run. So the 20% force gauge buff provides themselves with a HP damage up buff, and the 40% force gauge buff gives them a post-turn brave regen effect, neither of which actually matters or have any impact whatsoever as long as they do not get a turn. So it doesn't really matter, just let them buff themselves. But you must make sure that you don't let them get their 60% force gauge buff. Coming to Cid's turn, before he does anything, what you want to do is swap him out with the Lunafreya friend support. And for this, either a Lunafreya or Shalota friend support is enough. You do want, however, the support to have a force level 30, that's quite important. And what you want to do is just use S1 on your friend support 5 turns in a row. Each usage should increase the force bonus by 103%. If it's anything less, that means that your friend support is not actually at force level 30. Once Cid comes back in, just immediately pop Bahamut summon and then use the Prishe LD call. Here is where the major damage comes in. In case you're wondering why Cid Highwind is doing a lot of damage here, firstly his EX is 13 HP dumps with a 100% AoE effect. The one drawback is that he only does one brave hit before each HP dump. However, because you have the Cait LD call effect up, plus the Iroha 20% brave refund effect up, Cid Highwind should still cap in all his HP dumps. So right after that, Lunafreya gets a turn, so just pop the Cyan LD call, and the boss might survive, but don't forget Cid Highwind has one more follow-up attack at 894% force bonus. So anyway, that's it for this run. As always, hope the video has been helpful, and if you enjoyed the content, do leave a like, comment and subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Shinryu fight. Bye!